Now to Dollars and Cents, a weekly special report where I find answers to your important money questions. Here at ABC 10, we stand for you. And we understand it's not always easy to know what to do in complicated financial situations. Here we'll talk about anything from taxes to student loans and housing to government benefits. Tonight, we're looking at whether you need to pay taxes on money given to you in a will.
So no one has really given me a straight up answer. I've been going around and around in circles.
A loving wife, mother, and grandmother. 71-year-old retired preschool teacher Nandi Gaines from Antelope is desperate for answers. Her dad, Alva Jackson, died last year in Texas. She wants to find out whether she will need to pay taxes on any money or property she could receive in her dad's will.
Everything's in probate, but I've been getting mixed answers, in receiving money through a will or living trust. Do I have to pay tax on it?
I reached out to a financial planner to answer Nandi's question. There are 3 different taxes you need to understand if you inherit money through an estate. In Nandi's case, her dad's will.
So, when you say someone inherits money from a will, what you're basically saying is they're inheriting it from someone else's estate.
Those 3 taxes are estate and gift taxes, inheritance taxes, and income taxes.
9 times out of 10, when you inherit funds, when you inherit money, be it from a friend, be it from a family member, doesn't matter. The act in and of itself of receiving that or inheriting the money is not taxable to the beneficiary or the inheritor.
So in general, if Nandi is a beneficiary of her dad's estate, which could include cash, stocks, or a home, she is generally not responsible to pay income taxes on these assets when she files her yearly taxes. As for her dad's estate, federal estate taxes would generally only apply if the entire estate is more than $12.92 million.
If you're fortunate enough to have that much money, you've got a good problem on your hands, or the executor has, the problem on their hands. But probably for the majority of viewers, they're not going to be subject or have to deal with estate taxes.
As far as inheritance tax, Nandi is also off the hook. California and Texas do not collect inheritance tax. When it comes to income tax, Nandi's situation could get a little more complicated if she, for example, distributed funds she inherited from a tax-deferred retirement account. Keep in mind, not all situations are the same, and this advice is not one size fits all. So be sure to have an expert take a close look at your unique situation.
What you also then have to be careful is when the estate of the decedent has to file a tax return, depending on how much money was in that estate, there are what are called estate taxes at the federal level. And it does vary state by state, but they also have inheritance taxes, is usually what they're called on the state level.
I reached back out to Nandi with the good news.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
And we want to hear from you. Send us your money questions to Dollars and Cents by scanning the QR code on your screen.
And Laura, you know what? On the flip side of things, it can be a very difficult but important conversation. We know what should people do if they want to think about making their own will?
Yeah, that's an excellent question. I know a lot of people are probably thinking about it right now, but the expert that I talked with said, hey, it's never too early to start thinking about your will, right? To start planning for that. And when you do that, you're also going to want to consider if philanthropy or annual cash gifts to your children or grandchildren are something that might work for you.
Dollars and Cents, so much good information.